Hey guys, this is our test video to make sure everything works for Edpuzzle, make sure everyone knows how to get in and how to do things. So we're going to review solving equations and inequalities. Our first one is going to be solving an equation with variables just on one side. So if I have 11m minus 8 minus 6m equals 22. I want you to type right next to the window. A question's going to come up. What's my first step? Okay. Now, hopefully you got this one right. The first step is to combine like terms, and if I'm on the same side of the equal sign, I do not use inverse operations. So I just do what I see. And in this case, this is a minus 6m, which makes it a negative. Okay, so I'm going to do 11 minus 6, which is 5m, minus 8 equals 22. Now, I'm ready to keep going. My first step now, or the next step in the situation, is to do the inverse of this. The only way to move something from one side of the equal sign to the other is to do the opposite. So if I see a subtraction, I need to do addition, because I want this to become 0. I want to get rid of it. I want this to go away, but I have to do it to the other side. Remember, it has to be like a balance. So what's 22 plus 8? That is 30. And my last step, I see multiplication. That means multiply. So the opposite of multiply is to divide. So you're going to divide by 5. Write your answer. M equals 6. Okay, now we're going to try one with distributive property. So we're going to do the equation 18 equals 3 times 2x minus 6. What's my first step? My first step is to distribute. That means multiply. So it's 3 times 2x, which is 6x. Don't forget, you have to do it to both. Some people are forgetting, and bring this down. Minus 3 times 6 is 18. Equals 18. Now again, if I see subtraction, what's the opposite? The opposite is addition. And where do I add it? Do I add it here? No, I do not add it there. Has to be on the other side of the equal sign. Even if you need to draw that line to help you, draw that line. What you do to one side, you only do it once to one side, then do it to the other side. This becomes 0. That's our goal, is to make it 0. Then what? To get the x by itself. Finish off that problem and answer it to the right. Okay, now, since we're at it, we're going to do one with a fraction. So we got 1/2 x plus 12 equals 52. First thing I would do, this is just me. Remember, order doesn't matter as long as you do everything the correct inverse. I would subtract here. So minus 12, again, has to be on the other side of the equal sign. Don't try to do it to the first part. Has to be one on each side. That becomes 0. That's what I want. 1/2 x equals 40. Now how do I get rid of that 2, that 1/2? Multiply by the reciprocal, or the denominator. That cancels. Multiply this by 2. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. X equals 80. Okay. Last question. This is for your homework assignment. This last thing you have to do. 3 parentheses x minus 4 equals 2 parentheses x plus 2. Solve for x. The question will appear on the right side. So hopefully this helped you get used to Edpuzzle. You need to make sure you answer them all because I go in and I grade them. You need to make sure you watch them when they're up. And make sure you're understanding. If you don't get this, what's the best thing to do? Re-watch it. Okay?